Hey guys, how's it going? Ghostly Rich here today, and today we're going to be putting in a capacitor. These are super easy to put in. You just need to make sure you have a couple things. One, you're going to be opening up the packaging, which I'm going to do right here, just like this. And you pull up the capacitor. Now a lot of people think, oh, that's all I need. But with this one, there should normally be some little clips and stuff. I'm going to have to make a mount for my cap because this one didn't actually come with a mounting system. What's cool is since it's flat, I'll probably just end up using some Velcro and stuff. And some other cool little things. And the next thing we've got here, as you can see, and if it doesn't come with this, then you're going to need to pick up either one or go and swap yours out at the store you bought it from. Some people will even just use a light bulb to charge their cap. This is an important thing. Now, if you've already installed a amplifier and you're adding a cap, this is pretty dang easy. See how I already have my wiring right here? Well, before I do anything in the back, what I want to do is actually disconnect this fuse, because this fuse right here is keeping my whole back end of it live. Now, if you don't have an amplifier system, what I will suggest you do your normal install of an amp. Get your amp completely basically installed and it's ready to go. And the reason why is you're going to need all the same wiring to go to all the same places. After you're done this, I'll show you what to do next. But for right now, I'm going to get ready to charge the cap and I'll show you how to do that. So give me one moment here. So what you're going to want to do is make sure you've run an amp kit just like you normally do for an amplifier. If you've never done an amplifier before, well, then you probably shouldn't be doing the cap, but I'm going to show you anyway. You should already have a amplifier kit installed in the car, or you're putting one in. So run all your amp wiring first. Once you do so, as you can see, this one's going to the battery. The battery's dug in on this car, so we can't do it that easily. So what I've done is you can see, I've just got this separated. I'm going to reconnect it to here in a moment, but I want to show you what we're doing. This is still live on this end. This is not live throughout the car right now. The reason why is what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it live, and then I'm going to charge up our cap. You need to do this with every cap that you purchase usually. I don't want to say every, because I don't know, there might be some weird one which you never need to charge, but they all need to that I've worked on. And the reason why you do this is if you hook up a cap to just a regular battery without doing what's known as it's a resistor or a light bulb in this case, and if you just hook it up without first charging the cap, what it'll do is it'll drain your battery to nothing, and you might not be able to start your car. You might just absolutely kill your battery. So what you do is you hook up your ground to the ground side. As you can see, this cap has 4 terminals, because this cap, what it allows you to do is hook in from the battery side and then come out from the amp side, and it has actual like screw-in terminals. Now there's another style which is like the Stinger ones and stuff, where it's just 2 posts, and it uses ring terminals. So what you do is you put both your negatives on one post and both your positives from your amp on the other post. But so anyways, let's go into this first. It basically works the exact same as this, only this separates the two rather than you puts them both together. Allows you to screw terminal them in. So I've got my ground or negative hooked up right here, whatever you want to call it, or your earth, depending on the country you're from. And I have my positive right here. I've tied in here my charging block, or my charging light. And what I'm going to do now is go make the other side live, and then I'll show you how you know if it's charging. Alright, so I've plugged in the other side to the battery. As you've seen, it was disconnected before. Now that fuse is live, this ground is in, and if you watch, light bulb. Now all we're going to do is hold it here until that light bulb goes out. The light bulb will actually go out once it's charged. As you can see right now, the reason why that light bulb's glowing is that's because it's pulling so much power right now, it's got enough to light up the light bulb. And it's limiting it by having a light bulb there. If you didn't have the light bulb here, it'd be just sucking all that power in, and it would absolutely drain your battery to nothing. So at this point, I'm just going to continue letting this go. And this is a 5 farad cap, so it's going to take a while. It should be more than enough for this build. We were only going to put a 1 in here, but decided, you know what, do a 5. But I'll fire this up again once we're charged up. So it's been a good minute here. I decided to also start the car up just because you want to make sure that your battery doesn't get too low on the car. We got the cap humming right now. I figure that's also because it's an alarm pretty much letting you know, hey, your battery's super low, which is, this was pretty low. The voltage meter actually came on for a bit and let us know that it was at 7.5, 7.4. But as you can see, our light bulb's getting a lot less bright. So that it's barely even glowing now. Oh, look. I'm going to see if this goes out. This is pretty low right now, so I'm not worried anymore about the capacitor actually draining the battery in the car. That's barely even glowing. It should be out any moment now. But yeah, some of the, like I said, it should go down to basically nothing. And then at that point, a lot of bulbs, like I know with the stingers, they like turn off. So I've also got the car idling, so that might also help, you know, be pushing some voltage through the cap, and that could be also doing it. Other than that, I'm going to probably hold this for another minute. After I'm done this, first thing you're going to want to do is put it down, say right here. Do not put this down on a metal frame. This wire is live. You do not want it to ground out. So just put it down, say here, and then go and disconnect the fuse terminal from the battery so we can wire this up to for the amp, and so the cap will work too. So give me a moment here. Alright, so we did the light bulb. It got down to pretty much nothing. Now you can do this with either two ways. Do it with the car running or do it with it off. I already have touched this to here. I just wanted to clean this up. So all I'll say is batteries are already live. I'm just going to touch this and I'm going to hook it up. Now, if you do this when your car is running, what's cool is your alternator will automatically eat up the extra like the extra pound that it's going to bring your battery down. So for the first time you do that, if I were you, I just don't have the car running because the car probably won't or well, it won't make a difference now. But if you do it while the car's running beforehand, it'll, like I said, it'll just automatically fill up the voltage this is going to pull from the battery. But again, just make sure you wait till this gets really low. I mean, when I finally finished, this was just had a tinge of red to it, and I was like, you know what, the car's running, and I went and I put it on and we're good anyway. So this is the way mine works. Now all I do is I'm gonna wire from here to here, which is my ground goes to ground and my positive goes to positive on here. You are going to need some more wiring to do this, so if you have a little bit extra 4 gauge from your kit, this is where you'd run the 4 gauge positive from here to here. If you've only got a 2-post capacitor, you'll put 2 of the positives on the same post, so it'll clunk, clunk, clunk. You'll have them both right here, tie that in, and then the red will go here, and then the ground will go here. Don't run a separate ground and separate power for your capacitor. Then it makes it just useless. So just leave your cap like this. And as you can see, I've got it ready to go. Cap's wired up. Now I'm going to wire the amp up to here. And of course, if you want to at this point, or if you haven't already, you can mount your cap up here through your 4 little mounting posts. As you can see, installing a cap is super easy. This is just a quick video to show you how. Other than that, the rest is me just wiring up the amp. And other than that, thanks again for watching. Subscribe for more videos. And like the video if you thought it was kind of interesting on how to install a cap. Thanks again, guys. So, last quick thing for you at the end of the video, if you're really curious on seeing how this worked. Positives, and then here's my negatives, just so you have a last look of it. It looks kind of confusing, but like I said, if you have a 2-terminal, it's even more simple. Your 2 positives go together and your 2 negatives go together on the other post, and make sure you put them up, and just remember your light bulb. It's super easy to install a cap on your own as long as you've got your basic knowledge and basic tools.